So guys, I've spent some time today cleaning up the basement. Got the basement all cleaned up. And yes, I've gotten rid of two skids. So down here, see there's a skid underneath that dresser holding it up off the ground in case there's any water. It's a cheap way to get the water from not ruining old stuff. Well, it was extending out to here, so I decided, fuck it, I'll just cut it off. So now it's like only a 1.5 foot wide skid, and the rest of it's not out here, so I took that out. And then over here, I removed this skid, so now I just have this big old open area. Whoops. I need a power line here. We're also doing rewiring. So my mom also added a bunch of power plugs. So I finally have power down here, and a heater. I crank that up all the way, and it's actually not freezing down here. So I finally have a nice work area down here. Well, I'm going to be ripping the ducting out tomorrow, so that'll give some more headroom. Although, of course, getting rid of the skids, the pallets that were on the ground, helps a lot, because now I can walk around without ducking. And pretty soon, when I get these out, I'll be able to walk around, well, without really ducking. Like I could even go on my tiptoes or whatever. But yeah, so cool. It's amazing what 5 centimeters of height difference will change the entire room. Because now it feels like a much bigger room since I don't have to duck. I didn't have to duck, but I was like 1 inch from the thing because I was a little bit higher. Yeah. So that's pretty much that. It's a little bit cold though because I had the heater on minimum. I think tomorrow I'm going to schedule a vacation. Well, a vacation so I can film some stuff and say hi to some friends. I'm thinking sometime around late February, I'll probably go back out to California for a week and visit some friends, play Legos with some friends, because I have one friend that they have a lot of Legos, and I made a deal with them that I could stay at their house if I got them a big box of Legos for payment, for rent, for every night. So it's like, you know what, I think I will. And I think that's a very good trade-off, because then I get to keep adding stuff to their collection. Because the issue with that is that you end up with a lot of fancy pieces, but you need more bricks, you know? You need more of the generic pieces. So just getting the box of generic parts can really help add to your Lego inventory. I have several boxes of Lego somewhere. Yeah. I've been sneezing and coughing a lot today because I've been cleaning up. There's been a lot of mold down here, so my voice feels a little bit more rough. Oh well. That's just part of cleaning up a musty old basement. Well, what used to be a musty old basement. It has the remnants of a musty old basement, like dried moss on the dried mold on the ground or whatnot. And it's just kind of not the greatest. A lot of junk that's easily kicked up. But yeah, so I'm thinking about going out to California for a week, and well, the main big reason is because I want to have my 8th laser hair removal session, because I want to get this going, and so that's the main reason. Of course, that's the biggest single reason, but all the other reasons do add up to a reason that's bigger. Like, for instance, if it wasn't just for that, I probably would go out because I want to see my friends again and stuff like that. And I might bring out my Bolex and start shooting film too, which would be a film of the Golden Gate Bridge and San Francisco and stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool. Although, I don't know if I'm ready to. I don't know if I'm interested in doing a film of San Francisco or whatever. I do have one friend that could drive me around though, and he loves that kind of old equipment and whatnot. So, and he loves San Francisco, so I bet he could probably show me a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool places. Yeah, my arm is getting tired, and that reminds me of something I've been thinking about. So, I'm thinking about, it'd be really nice to be able to record videos in 60 frames per second. I've been wanting that for a long time. And this camera, my 5C, is not that great. Because I've kind of fucked up the screen on it. And so there's a bunch of there's a bunch of jerks. There's a bunch of dirt behind the screen in front of the lens. So that's why there's such a cloudy effect to it. Because there's just a bunch of dirt all in front of the screen. Or in front of the, inside of the lens mechanism, I mean. And so it's out of focus because it's too close, but it still has like a blurring effect to it, especially with the lens flares and whatnot. And so it's making me think, like, it'd be nice to finally get a camera that would hopefully be easier to use than my Casio, because the problem is I have to convert the files because it saves the files as a really, really high bit rate in the wrong file for what I like and whatnot. But I do like how it goes like this. Has this, it flips up the screen and whatnot, and it's just a really nice, like, camera. And I'm used to it. I really like it. But I really wish it would record at 60 frames per second. It records at 1,000 frames per second. It records at 120 frames per second. But it doesn't record at 60 frames per second, which is a shame. Oh well. Well, that's pretty much it. I might see about getting a new camera. Maybe trying something out. Because most likely what I'll do is, well, I might see about getting a better phone that can record at 60 frames per second. Because in order to do the vlogs, these ones, I do like to use just the iOS app so I can directly edit and upload, so I can do it mostly in one shot. And I don't know. I don't go through phones very quickly though. So, like for instance, I broke I spiderwebbed the screen on this 5C a couple months ago. It's still fine. Put some tape over it every month. It's good enough for me. There's actually a nice little technique of you get packing tape, put it over it, and you use a credit card to nicely flatten it out, and it's actually really nice. That's pretty much it. It's like 2 in the morning, and my mom and her husband are listening to some war movie, and at least I can hear bombs and stuff going on off in the background. It sounds like a World War II or something like that. I don't know. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, sorry. See ya.